satisfaction, contentment, and sensuality are all associated with the earth element. Being centered, calm, and balanced, feeling at home, and having a sense of harmony and peacefulness are the essence of a healthy earth energy. Earth represents balance. It's the mother provider archetype of unconditional love, nourishment, and nurturance. Earth corresponds to stomach and spleen energy and the harvest of nutrients from food. Earth also corresponds to the taking in and digesting of thought, emotion, and spiritual nourishment as well. Earth is seen as a moment of balance between seasons, between yin and yang. Out of balance, Earth tends to emotions of overwhelm and feeling stuck. Let Earth's energy support you to let go of overwhelm and more freely express yourself creatively. Bring Earth's color of yellow into your life. Reconnect with the earth. One way is to seek out and enjoy what's natural and unadulterated. Balance the earth's skin condition, detoxify, purify, and normalize the skin, clear blemishes, toxicity, and acne, reduce enlarged pores. If your skin is already in balance, taking in account what is normal for your age, then now is the time to use skin and hair care from the earth energetic line. Slowly gearing up now for the period of the Chinese New Year, which brings us to the beginning of the season starting on January 22nd.
Follow for more or gain insight to add energy medicine to your healing practice. Go ahead and visit tonyad.tv/phedo-5 or email info@tonyad.tv, and I will see you on the other side. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Blessings to you, my energetic being.
Absolutely, 100%. We are in the earth season. I've got to see if I can move this over here. Good job, good job. Inshallah and Ashe. Blessings to you, my energetic beings. It's a tantalizing Thursday. So while we're waiting for people to hop onto the live stream or tune into the replay or jump onto the show, again, take a breath and take a pause. So as the earth turns, we've entered into the season of earth, elemental earth transition, the in-between season to the next, right before we move into the yin water rabbit for the Chinese New Year. But before that, we have the new moon in the season of Aquarius, which the meditation and the cosmic insights are already up on my channel. So are you seeing the displays of all that you have achieved, a quality, an aspect that shows your personal qualifications that are choreographed actually inside of you? Is the writing on the wall? Can you see the document, a letter of recognition, or doing your certificates all over the wall? I don't know. Myself, I really don't like showing all my certifications, the letters after your name. I used to post every certificate on the wall for every training that I've ever attended. I don't really actually do that anymore. But we are finishing up the season of Capricorn, getting ready to stream into the next season, along again with the Chinese New Year. All the things that you've been navigating through, the filing cabinet, the ledger, if you will, the inner workings of our skills and capabilities, the direction of the pathway that we're choosing for our future life, the legacy of the life that we're manifesting, and the structure that we have really began choreographing, all the things that are aligning with our present day reality. So if there are any details, fine prints of the plan, the documents, the notepad, even the leadership skills that are out of alignment, out of place, the missing puzzle pieces, today those may be elevated. You might see them, but only for the purpose of adjusting the carburetor, if you will. My dad's a mechanic, and I always think of the funny things in a car. But integrity, just being full of integrity and moving towards integrity. But first things first is always to respond to our feelings and taking a breath and a pause to gather patience and kindness and compassion, of course, love, of course, and peace, all my things, before we engage and move out into the world around us, outside of us. So with that, welcome to the Daily Snippet. Once again, I am your host. If you are new to my show or my channel, I'm a practicing holistic shaman, medium, an otherworldly life coach, and a subtle energetic surgeon. I do go by the term holistic Sha medium, which is a choreography of them all blended together at the round table. And my intention is to utilize these indigenous technologies, the ways of my elder, the elemental realms, the essence of our original divine blueprint, navigating our soul's harmonic, our personal seed sound, actually, through these realms, elemental, imaginal, into and through the portal, and really so much more. There's a lot of juice that happens in the subtle system there, the subtle realms, with offerings, prescriptions, rituals. You don't generally go to a medicine person without getting a prescription, not the kind of like a physical world doctor, by the way, the otherworldly kind, to really hit the ball home, I guess, the sauce of our ingredients, different ones for different conditions, if you will. But it's within our personal container, our own personal medicine, our prime directive. Sometimes we get in our own magical way. So my deal is to assist you in discovering and navigating your personal medicine, your inner genius, the light, the being, the star that I believe we all are, possibly opening the door or taking a bow and reintroducing you to that being, the magical one that resides within, so you shine even brighter. My name is Tonya D, and welcome to my virtual medicine room here in the highway. If you have yet to subscribe to my channels, please do, YouTube or otherwise. Musing with Tonya D podcast, YouTube, where you're probably streaming in now. But the sacral, the moon, the front side, the back side of our energetic centers, the inner and the outer rims, and these wheels are all collaborating at this cosmic round table, bringing us to our highest of hearts, the channel of spiritual integrity. Not sure what I'm talking about. Change Your Stars. Check that out. It's an online offering, and I cover these and a lot more. Energy medicine, and also the choreography of the Dagara that I assisted and am a part of, that I practice. But I also like to give a shout out to the new peeps entering the village, the community. I love to give an acknowledgement to my new friends and guests that are arriving to my show, new subscribers. And also those of you that have been a part of my journey since the beginning. I kind of took it up a notch over a year ago, but gratitude and blessings to you and always for you. And those of you that do tune in to the replay as well, I do hear you and I do see you. I do sense you. And if you don't mind hitting the bell button so you're notified, along with the white rabbit, the white button. It always reminds me of the rabbit. And remember to comment if you feel you're in need of a message for your day, a personalized message. And sharing is just another way of paying it forward in a gratitude blessing, an attitude of gratitude. You can also find me on other social channels, of course, like TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. But just remember, I am your otherworldly shamanic assistant. You truly are your own healer. We all have these abilities. But sometimes we do need an otherworldly life coach assistance to give us a different outline or a perspective, myself included, to get us out of our own magical way. And the daily snippet, what is the daily snippet all about? It's the cosmic insights, the planets, which are ingredients, the elementals, the 4 pillars, which are more ingredients, the subtle energies, the chakras, the energy centers, I would say the pathways and the channels as well, along with our auric fields, the fields by grand design, along with a message for our day. So the season of Capricorn, the commander-in-chief, our commitments, goals, responsibilities, managing the system, our leadership system, our inner authority, being seen as an authority, a leader, being in the power pathway. We're like in charge, commanding these forces of our own essence. And we are dancing, we are committing and leading with our feelings first, taking them out into the world, climbing to the tip top of the mountaintop with all of our achievements and accomplishments, really feeling the feels of what we have accomplished. But the blend today is of our feelings, the core essence of our feelings, our inner feelings. The moon's still in the season of Sagittarius, so it's adventurous, but moving into Capricorn. So that's going to be kind of sparking some fun at the end degree. So I find this fascinating for a few things. We're going to be feeling the restructuring, I guess, coming from feeling the adventure or sparking one. And the emotional field, where it's like, where are my feelings? And the sacral's online, our higher heart's online, the root center, all with the choreography of the power pathway, like owning our spirit in a way. So the cosmic energy is actually one of my favorites, integrity. It's actually one of the things I do hold that near and dear to my heart space for various reasons. But often it's the energy that generates more hyper awareness, diligent blueprint, if you will, the fine details, noticing all the bits and pieces, to the point where you may self-sabotage or be overly self-critical. I kind of went through this myself about going online, worried about the camera and all the nitty gritties. It's like, who cares? It's kind of like when the doctor comes to your house and you're not honest about what you really are doing. It's like the doctor doesn't care if you drink wine every day. He wants to know for your well-being, those kinds of things. So you too may be overly concerned or self-critical about the outcome of an event or a situation, a quickening, if you will, to jump into those conclusions. Or we kind of balloon out and worry, like to pop the balloon and stress and doubt. So it's an opportunity to respond to what we are feeling before we respond to those outer field energetic challenges or opportunities. That way we remain in alignment. We're in resonance. We're in frequency, synchronicity, coincidence to ourselves. We have this inner integrity, this inner alignment. So it's the test of all tests, the helpline true. That's our ability to manage and control and even perform in these kinds of situations. So whatever growth that you've made during the season of Capricorn, and seeing literally how far you have come, you've arrived to this juncture. So you may be tested if you started a new personal I am policy, something that may come up that is in resistance or goes against that I am statement. So if you negotiated new boundaries in a relationship, say, the person may find a way around those boundaries, hop, skipping, and jumping, if you will. Instead of going over the boulder, you go around the boulder. In essence, the consciousness that the work that you've placed with your best foot forward, taking the best step forward, that's going to be tested for your resilience. And if it's in alignment, if it's in integrity. So that's kind of like head to toe, soul to spirit, and so much more. It really is the test of all tests. It always reminds me of Young Guns when Billy the Kid said, well, that's the test of all tests. But often it feels as if something is falling apart in our lives. It's very or highly unlikely that that's happening. It's normal to see those cracks in the system, the steam rising from the carburetor, I guess, the parts that are having little hiccups or chips. So if you've been consciously changing aspects of your life, focusing on you're taking this path forward, each foot that you've been taking with integrity, walking your talk, being in alignment, you're only going to see those little minor hiccups, kind of like when you're painting the walls and you're putting tack in the holes, the cracks, I guess, within, but those are like little setbacks, hiccups, challenges. It's in the awareness. There's no permanent harm, if you will. It's important to just remain in alignment and in integrity, personal integrity, in response to anything that really comes our way. So that's kind of the frequency of this. It's called a critical degree, but I have this, so I don't know. It doesn't kind of function that way for me. Okay, but my options today are kind of curious. They're always curious. I did a warming fire. I need a fire. It's really cold here in Utah. And then we've got a view of a meadow and a forest, the trees from the skies, like the heaven looking down. So that's kind of cool. And then, of course, a portal. I think sometimes we need to move on in and see aspects of ourselves on the other side. So with that, a few announcements. We've transitioned in the season of Earth yesterday, and a new podcast is out today, Sasha Lipskaia, Reclaiming Our Inner Sorceress. That goes with the season of the witches. Be sure to tune into that. And of course, we have a new moon weekend. So new intentions, beginnings, offerings to the beings of the other world, a new frequency, energy vibration, just elevating our inner starlight that we are. And then we move right into the Chinese New Year, the Yin Water Rabbit. And of course, the Rising of the Origins is kicking off. That's coming on Tuesday. Register to start engaging in the portal. There's goodies in there. And of course, I'm including the Chinese Yin Water Rabbits, also going to be a part of the immersion. I don't know exactly where I'm putting it, but I do have an idea. So be sure to register. The space is limited for the live. And super excited, the Shamanic Healing Academy for mystics, mages, intuitives, medicine people, healers. This village, sometimes we do need an off-grid nomadic village. I'm actually adding some amazing people to actually be a part of it as well. Some light language transmissions from my friend Rhea. And the elemental highway, this really gives insight into the elemental foundation, the structure of our day, the four pillars that we're kind of born into when we arrived on planet Earth. So it really is a great tool that we all can utilize for ourselves to really map out our personal elements, to do our own elemental choreography, if you will. And if you're called to the realm of the world of energy healing, I do work with light and sound and energy medicine or artists of energy healing. I do have an offering called the Evening of Elemental Energy, just explaining the baseline of the elementals, but it's light and sound and vibration, working through the skin to heal our inner and our outer world. It's a whole thing, methodology. But if you're curious and want to add energy medicine to your practice through the realm of the elementals, again, utilizing the skin and the body morphology, it really is feng shui for the body. And you might notice when the seasons transition or change, so does your body frequency vibration. And energy is something that can't be seen usually, but it also it can be felt. You know, animals do that all the time. So it really is just reading the language of the body through the elementals. It's totally fascinating. And I possibly am choreographing an entire offering just around the elementals for the body and the skin. But today on the elemental highway, we have a yin fire ox of a day, 2 oxen plowing, moving forward. I don't know if you could feel the transition from all of that water, but now we have enough earth to give all that water direction. Earth is strong. It is stable. It is like the month god, if you will. And the big meadow with a lake and a river. That's kind of what we have happening. But our day is warm. It's enthusiastic. It's charming. It's charismatic. It's somebody who's like just got a natural warm golden heart, yin fire. They just got the kindling always going. And the earth and the water might be actually consuming our fire. The earth, it's the backwards motion of the elementals controlling the fire, like when you use the earth to put a fire out, or water. So it's kind of dimming. The water is dimming our light, the yin fire. A candle ritual would be ideal. Lighting a candle for your ancestors. Go to your altar. And, you know, it's about cleansing, reconciling, and really getting ready for the Chinese New Year. And I always see this as a time from the New Year, January 1st, to the Chinese New Year as a time of cleaning and preparation to bring in the new energies and letting go of the old ones, the in-between energies. So you may be feeling productive today with those 2 oxen. They're guiding the water. Our tiger is still rooted. But nature and being authentic, that's also one of the energies for the whole year. I'll be diving into that. And fire, connecting to the realm of our inner spirit, the starlight that we are. Different than it was yesterday with the big fire, different elementals. But it's the outer rims of spirit, and this is the inner fires producing, manifesting, being productive. So it's a very nurturing energy. And again, tiger is the birth of fire. So we do have some inner kindling there happening. So it's going to be fantastic. I've been cleaning. I don't know about you. Going through all the things. Works out great. I don't know how I do this sometimes. Okay, so on to the messages. I often feel into what deck I'm going to use for the messages. And since we're bringing in our ability to lead ourselves with integrity, our skills and capabilities for being our own leader, it's important to remember the personal integrity is a feeling. It's not an idea or a judgment. So I would recommend that you really dive into your feelings, like feeling the feels and being your heart center, being heartfelt centered, the zone of neutrality, to be an indication of our own personal performance and our personal medicine. So if you are performing very well with yourself, you are set to perform well out into the world for life. But the messages, I guess I should have showed you that. Sorry, I got off on a tangent. Back to my funny options. Looking down on the world, possibly from an airplane or a drone, I guess. Fire or a portal. Those are your options. So first, I think I'm going to go with the portal because I like that. So if you chose the portal, we've got the ruler of coins. I don't know if you can see that big, bountiful, beautiful moon in the crest there. But the earth, it's Capricorn, it's physical, it's money, it's our foundations, it's business, earth stuff, stability. So this is just that. Like we have reached stability, security. The stability. The ruler of coins is wealthy, it's successful, it's ambitious, it's protective. It's all the things, providing for those that they care about and are important to them. So this message kind of finds us when we have reached a whole new octave, a new level. So one of the things age and experience brings is total wisdom and understanding, ancient insights of ourselves, our situations, an intuitive knowing of how to handle things or how hard things have been. So there's no substitute for experience. I think experience actually carries more, I don't know what the word would be, carries more, I guess, integrity sometimes than doing book work, right? Sometimes just reading the book, but you got to put the effort out there. And the ruler of coins actually knows this. They've really built their empire from the ground up. So there is an authority in this. It does remind me of our energy of the day today. This is providing insight for others because they have the wisdom that few of us can offer. So this could even be like offering material support. They actually love doing that. Their generosity isn't a contract, so it can be trusted. It's not a tit for tat. With that being said, they may not, however, be the most nurturing or patient of people. So if this person is you or an authority in your life, don't expect them to pull the punches in terms of like feedback. So whether this is a person or a situation that you find yourself in, the message finding us today or you today, or if you chose it, it's a sign. It signifies a yes and what else. It's collaboration. It's investment. It's fire. It's spreading the wealth, stuff like that. So it's time to pull the stops and really making things happen. So that's a great insight and a great message. So following the portal, if you chose the portal, I'm going to go with the fire. The fire. If you chose the fire, we have the Knight of Coins, which I don't know if you can see, but that star, it reminds me of a fairy cross. I have one, fairy star, and the crystals in each one. So they have different sacred geometry in each one of those little stars, but the facets of gemstones. So it's super cool. So the 9, that's initiation of an action, one that's necessary to take. Our hands are open, sending light to us. It's otherworldly coins, right, coming to us. So this is earthly manifesting, and we've had 2 coins, the coins of rulership and the 9 of coins. So it's all these earthly jewels and rewards are coming. It's independence. It's all about enjoying the success that we've already created and won, knowing the harvest is coming as well, but it's stability, it's secured, living in abundance. It may feel more than likely very new and awkward, like winning the lottery, like it's almost too much. It's been a long road. You've traveled far. You've worked hard, very hard. But more importantly, it's about independence, being interdependent. You've won it. It's like you've achieved it. It's the status, possibly with limited outside help, but don't let that go to your head. Sometimes there are people out there that really do it all alone. So it's important that we often connect with others and focus on our relationships, the village, the communities, the container. But this is a 0 point in abundance. So if you can't share it and serve others, you may be feeling unstable, an unexpected bump or a hiccup in the road that you have journeyed on, that you have traveled. Projects may feel as if they have fallen off the path. So it really is a great time to become laser focused, to hone in and focus or beam into building towards what we truly want. It could also possibly indicate a need to focus on what truly authentically brings you happiness. Happiness generally isn't a pill, but to prioritize that, knowing that material wealth really isn't everything. It's a different form of wealth. So just try to focus on the many facets or faces of your life that are fulfilling for you, that do fulfill you, and knowing that rewards for our efforts are definitely coming. We got the fairy star, so that's my favorite part of the whole card. Super exciting. And our final message, if you chose the view of the meadow from the sky, dun 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 dun. This is a great card too. It's the Chariot. I don't know if you can see that. And who doesn't love the Chariot, really? It's a spirit message. It's Neptune. It's the language of our subconscious. It's almost like the angels in the sky in the pie. It's inner confidence. It's our knowingness. So the Chariot is known for barreling through all the obstacles. This one's otherworldly as well. But it's filling us with motivation and determination, a sense of empowerment, Things may be feeling overwhelming, maybe confusing. Perhaps you're a little unsure of how to make it to the light at the end of the tunnel, barreling through. But the chariot brings a message of encouragement, inspiration, knowing that we are more than capable, self esteem, that we can get there, we can be triumphant. However, we got to buckle down. We got to do what needs to be done. It may be a great time to really take that breath and take that pause, literally hitting the pause button where everything's like, woo, stand still, and really reevaluate where we're going amidst the challenges at the moment. So it might just be a good idea to change the course, shift the gears, be resilient. However, on the other side, and with the energy of the day, it may also mean that we are overreacting to a lot of the challenges that are happening for us, really letting them breaking down our willpower. But in the end, just know we're going to succeed. However, we have to think it through. We have to be intentional, holding the line. So if our actions create a legacy that inspires others to dream more, learn more, do more, adding to the soup, become more, then we are an excellent leader. That came from Dolly Parton, by the way. So what we be is literally what comes. So it's like, are we in alignment? Are we being in essence and integrity for leading with style? Style and charisma. I'm seeing the yin fire, but it's up to us to decide if it's been worth it. And the ride isn't even over yet. It's the tests of the timeline, addressing our emotional needs first before these tests. So it seriously is a magical idea to honor ourselves, to thine own self be true, honor who you are in the moment, and imagine what you have actually already gained through all of it, having a higher understanding, a high heart, a new skill, etc., with stability and knowing. It's actually in the cards today. So I would affirm that I am in my high heart, taking the highest road, the highest pathway to being a successful leader, being led with success. Inner and outer world, our high heart is in the container. So with that, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you, and join me for the Rising of the Origins. Listen to the Musing Moon meditation and check out Sasha Lipskaia. It was a great podcast. All my podcasts have been super exciting this season, so I'm excited about all of that. And I will see you on the other side. Ashe, blessings.
Feeling the vibration in your body, answer, right? Ask, actually reach out and say, I've been trying to tell you this. And learning what it means for you is again, you might be receiving visual information, maybe receiving auditory, it depends, right, on you specifically, but learning the language of your body means learning the language of your soul. And it's also absolutely the most enjoyable thing, right? Because you start tapping into your joy, your pleasure, the pleasure of being yourself. So again, energetic ayahuasca means literally throwing up everything that isn't true. And first you have to see it, right? And then doing the work through, again, embodiment practices. It could be, ecstatic dance, it could be body work and more, right? And meditation, and absolutely mindfulness practices, tapping, people, Reiki. There are so many shamanic practices. I love shamanic work. So journeying, right? Again, dance, breath work. There are so many things